So my name is Gabriel. I'm based off of Union, New Jersey. And I'm the owner of Two Hands Car Detailing.
Tell us, tell us about your story, what you do as far as services, and how big the business is. Rough idea.
So business, I would say, is pretty good now. We focus on interior, exterior, all of that, details, paint correction, everything. And I would say it's getting pretty big now. It's scaling up. Definitely getting a lot big, but definitely getting a lot bigger than it used to be, and going pretty well. Really good.
How were you doing your marketing before, specifically?
Before it was a lot of wasted money on ads, and definitely not scaling at all. Definitely staying in the same position. Now definitely way better. Fully booked out every day and just crazy results.
Where were you specifically? You said wasted a lot of money on ads. Where were you specifically running ads? Were you doing it yourself?
I was doing it myself. Definitely a lot of money spent on Google, Instagram, all over the place, even Yelp. Definitely seeing no results and very little to no.
Okay, talk about that. I talked to a lot of guys, and they're mentioned I tried ads before, or I worked with some other guy. Did you work with anyone else in the past, or were the first guys you worked with?
No. So you guys are the first guys I worked with. Um, Definitely a little skeptical in the beginning, like as usual, but definitely very happy with the results and just crazy results even from the free trial and everything.
Awesome,
Super happy with that.
appreciate it. Talk about how you ran ads before, and you tried all platforms, Facebook, and you tried Instagram ads as well.
Yes.
Yourself.
Facebook, Instagram, all myself, yeah.
Okay, so let's touch on that. I talk to a lot of guys, and when I hop on the call with them, I'm telling them about how we can help them out. And many times their responses are, "I already tried ads myself," or "I work with another guy," etc. What were Did you have those thoughts as well? Like, there's no way this is gonna work. I already tried all this myself. Did you have any of those thoughts going into it? And what belief changes have you had now?
Some of them, some thoughts, yeah, definitely. But I definitely still had hope. So I was like, I saw a free trial. I said, you know what, why not? Just try it, give it a shot, see how it goes. And went super great. So I decided to go through with the whole thing and definitely been amazing ever since then.
Yeah. What would you say to people who also have tried marketing in the past and they did not get good results? So they're wondering how different this could possibly be. They're wondering, how is this any different, or how different could this possibly be? As someone who already tried ads in the past, how would you answer their question or recommend them to think?
I would say I could definitely tell that you guys have experience and you've definitely done this for a while. So you already know like the in and outs of everything. Because there's definitely some tricks to add. There's definitely a ton of tricks to ads, and you definitely gotta know what you're doing. You can't just be anyone just going out there and doing it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I learned. And just working with someone with experience and knowing what they're doing, you definitely see the results. You can definitely see change. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just crazy how much change and how much scalable you get.
When you ran ads before, where did you learn to run those ads? Did you watch videos on YouTube? What did you do?
Watched quite a bit of videos on YouTube, but didn't really get anywhere. No results. Um, yeah, mainly YouTube, things like that on my own too, trying to figure it out.
Okay. And how would you compare the results to what you were doing before, other marketing you've tried in the past, to working with us?
Definitely like crazy results, insane. Just no going from no results to fully booked every day, multiple cars a day, and coming from nothing at all, pretty much.
Describe how was the day to day in the business before? How did the schedule look? And well, talk about how the business was before, the situation in the business before. How was it?
Definitely very empty. Schedule wasn't really that busy. I was able to keep track of all the clients like by head. Didn't even need a schedule, but now I have to write everything down because there's so many people. I lose track. And A lot of sitting around waiting on calls, waiting on the business. Not really working so much, more like a side thing, but now it's definitely more like a full time thing.
I saw your setup. You have a pretty nice setup. I think you spent quite a bit of money. You have a new van and you have very new equipment. You spent a lot of money on your setup. And how did you talk about? So a big thing is a lot of detailers I talk to, they prioritize spending their money on equipment versus things like marketing and sales from the beginning. As someone who's done both, what's your advice to other detailers starting out? What should come first?
Definitely marketing, because without marketing, you can't have sales. Without sales, you don't have revenue to get the equipment and all that. And there's no point in having all good equipment if there's no one to no cars to wash, no cars to detail, nothing.
Mhm.
Um, definitely you definitely need some equipment for sure, but not nothing crazy. I mean,
Right.
for
How
me,
much?
I started off in a pickup truck, completely fine, using customers' water, power, all that, and still got a ton of people. But marketing definitely that should go first
Okay.
as well.
How much do you think, let's say there's a 15-year-old or 16-year-old or someone young watching this, and how much could they start this business for on the equipment end, ideally?
Honestly, probably like not even like 500. Basically, just like pressure washer for the outside, some equipment to wash, some mitts, some products, vacuum. It's pretty much all you need. Nothing too
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
For equipment wise, more just like a vacuum and pressure washer. That's pretty much it.
And like a steam cleaner,
Yeah,
a drill brush,
yeah, things like that. Yeah,
and some decent chemicals. Which chemicals do you recommend? Which products do you use? Which products have you tried in the past you don't recommend?
yeah. I use a lot of McGuire's and Adams. Those are my two favorites because they definitely have really good products. Um, I've experimented with other like lower brands. I don't really like it that much. Not really. Like P&S, a lot of people like it, but I don't really. For me, it doesn't really give the same quality as like McGuire's and things like that.
Interesting. Usually people refer to PNS as higher end, from what I've heard, and McGuire's is lower end. You found the opposite?
Yeah, for me, I find the opposite. Like with the wheel cleaner, definitely. The wheel cleaner, you definitely see a difference with one and the other. One of them just doesn't come out as easily. The other one, super easy.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you would recommend McGuire's to people.
yeah. McGuire's and Adams. I think those are the two.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let's say you go back, everything went away, but you still have all your knowledge, and let's say you have a $2,000 budget. How would you start this business back up again with the $2,000 budget? Assuming you have a vehicle, you have a car. How much would you allocate to the different parts of the business? Like, you have $2,000. How would you spend it? Start this business from zero again. What would you do?
Honestly, probably go half in equipment and ads and marketing,
What do you
or
mean?
around like maybe spend like 1,000 equipment or like 750, whatever I need. Um, or is those like 500, and then spend focus on the rest and just getting customers and getting more revenue.
In which you tried? I know you mentioned you tried ads. Which other client acquisition strategies did you try on top of ads in the past? What's everything you tried to get clients?
Word to word, referrals, friends and family, handing out business cards, door to door even.
You've done door to
Um,
door. How was your experience
yeah,
with door to door?
I got like one person from walking all day. Nothing,
Knocking all day.
nothing. Yeah,
What about business
and
cards? What were you? What type of effort were you putting into business cards?
more like trying to make a lot of connection to people and spread out the cards. Talk to people wherever I go, tell them about the business, spread out the card, try to try to tell some people to support a little bit. And yeah,
Okay, those are usually the common strategies I hear people talking about. Business cards door to door. Why do you think many detailers rely on those strategies and even they try ads, but why do you think many of them don't get help
I
and stick to
feel
what they
like
know?
I feel like
Maybe you can speak from yourself. Why you?
for
Because
me
yeah.
for me I just like doing everything on my own. I like being in complete control and everything. I just feel like sometimes I like to learn a lot too on my own. I try to figure out everything and definitely get that experience for everything. But sometimes it's not possible. It's definitely not. You just don't have enough knowledge, and sometimes like by the time you get that knowledge, it's just not worth it.
Okay. Yeah. So you're working. First, let me ask you this. So how many appointments are you seeing a week now? How much revenue are you seeing a week now versus before us?
Now, before probably like 3, 4 cars a week.
That's before or
Um,
now?
before before probably like 500 a week, 500 600 a week revenue. Now close to like 2, 3 thousand a week easily.
Is that just from what you're producing as a result of working with us?
Yeah.
Okay. How many opportunities are you getting a week? How many interested people? Talk about this. You've generated leads from ads before. You weren't did you generate I'm assuming you didn't generate many, or did you generate a lot even with your own ads but they didn't convert?
Not really any leads. When I did get leads, I be able to convert them. But now I get a crazy amount of leads, a lot of leads and a lot of conversions, and super busy. A lot of people interested. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say sometimes I talk to people, they tried ads before and they're like, we generated, you said you tried like Instagram ads. Did you get interest from that, but it didn't really convert into sales, or?
I never really got interested in any of those in the ads. Maybe like one phone call here and there, one conversion here and there, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
Not really much results at all.
How did that
No
make you
leads,
feel
nothing.
about the future outlook for the business as a long-term viable option when you were doing all those
Um,
strategies yourself?
Demotivating definitely. Some parts demotivating. Not really doing much, so you start to lose hope a little bit. We still have hope. We still have that hope. So still trying to make it work. Everything.
How do you feel about the business now? We're about almost a month in now. We've been working together. How would you describe that? If there is a change in perspective and emotions towards the business, how would you describe it?
Definitely like 100% believe in it. Now that I see what's possible, there's no there's nothing that can stop it. It'll definitely be slower here and there, but nothing crazy. It's definitely something that's very doable. Yeah.
Awesome. What do you think of our program, and how is it different from trying to figure stuff out by yourself and watching YouTube videos?
I think your program is definitely way better. It's it's all managed by you guys, and especially for some people, they don't have that time to run it, to look over it. It's all done by you guys. Just amazing overall.
Hmm. Even past time, how would you say? How should I phrase this? Past time. What would you say to someone who's watching this and they have the mindset like, maybe I could do this myself? As someone who tried it yourself, what would you say to them?
Definitely, definitely hire, definitely hire you guys, and definitely try to and definitely work with you guys because that's you'll learn a lot more from that than doing it yourself. I feel like
Okay. Outside of just what we've done, bringing you customers, what about from like a business perspective? Talking with me, maybe some mindset stuff. Talking with someone who was in young age, just like you. How old are you again?
18.
18. I'm 21. I'm only a few years older than you. I started my own service business when I was your age. Have you know? We've had a lot of conversations. Have you have as working with us, me and my team, talking with me, etc., shifted your beliefs on as far as like how to think or maybe what's possible, like mindset stuff, any of that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
What?
definitely gave me a lot of different perspectives on lot of different things. Made me look at other things double. Make me look at other things more. Um, Change my opinion on a few things for the better. I feel like, and yeah.
Talk about that. Change opinion on what things? What would you say? What would you say is the overall shift? What
For
direction did
example,
it go?
like the business definitely changed how I see it, how I look at it, and how scalable we can get when I didn't really believe that much.
How did you
He
view it
showed me it was
before?
possible.
Yeah, how did you view it before?
Before it was definitely like I feel like it was definitely possible, but it just had a very long time. A lot of long time for building customers, like just years of getting there.
Okay, based on we've talked. What's different now about how you think?
Now, definitely like anything's possible. You could definitely do it. If you open up a business tomorrow, you can definitely start getting fully booked out within the next week.
Awesome.
And yeah, crazy results. Not what I expected.
Okay, when you say now you expected, what do you mean?
Expected a little bit less. I definitely expected some results, but not the crazy amount that I'm getting.
It's awesome. Talk about we were talking earlier. We're almost done here. I know you got to run. Talk about we were having a conversation earlier. Talk about it. You said the day to day before. How you said you was kind of waiting for calls. How is the day to day now? You said I can't even. I this onboarding call is 1 week late. We started work. It's been 7 or 8 days. We're 1 week late. And obviously partial of that is we've been busy as well. We can't really take an impromptu meeting usually, but you've all you talking about how you're leaving the house at 6 a.m. now, doing cars till like 10. Talk about that. How is the day to day now? How is your phone waiting for calls? How is that now? Talk about that.
My day now is definitely a lot crazier, but I feel like in a good way because I'm fully booked. So a lot of waking up super early, working till night. Um, the only problem I would really have is just too much business, honestly, which is a
Too
really good problem to have. Yeah.
awesome.
And just, yeah, working a lot more and just crazy. No more waiting around, barely home. I'm constantly out working. And yeah, really good.
Yeah, I think today we actually had to scale back the amount of
Yeah,
scale. We were like
scale back a little bit because it's not just too much for me to handle, honestly.
too much. We can't
And
even. Yeah.
hired someone else. They're gonna start working soon because it was just too much business.
So within 3 weeks of working together, you're able to bring on an employee. He starts Sunday. You said.
Yeah,
Awesome. Um, what final thoughts? Wrap up. What would you pass back? You said you're doing about 2 to 3 grand a week now, right?
yeah,
Okay. There are many mobile detailers, young ones specifically, or older ones, however old they are, who are in the position you were in a few months ago, where you had the hopes for the business, but you knew something was missing. Now that you've reached, you've accomplished a big thing. You're doing a few grand a week. That's most guys will never reach that. You're on. Would you say you're on track to hit $10,000 a month at this rate?
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Awesome. So, what would you say to other people who are not getting the results they're looking for out of their business? They've tried door to door business cards, and they honestly are just their beliefs are off. Like they don't even believe something like what you're mentioning is possible. What would you say to them?
It's definitely possible. Just have to work for it a little bit, definitely. But it's 100% possible. I've seen that. I didn't think it was possible either until actually seeing the results and giving it a try. So you never know until you really give it a try.
What would you say to someone on the fence about working with Rocket Detailer?
It won't hurt you. 'Cause it's a free trial and there's nothing that hurts you. And I'm definitely confident after the free trial, you're gonna want to work with them. Just nothing bad to say. Um, Great people to work with, great customer service, everything. Just amazing overall.
Awesome. Last, I know I said this is actually the last question. This is an interesting one I just thought of. After the trial, it is a significant investment to keep working with us after the trial. It's not any small amount of money. There are. Why did you choose to commit to that, even though there are people, or why did you choose to commit to that when you could have possibly tried to go back down the route of figuring something out yourself, or you could have tried to find something that produced similar results for cheaper, which really isn't, I don't want to say it's not possible, but a lot of guys, they do similar stuff, but there's skill levels to it. Like, for example, you tried to do your own marketing on the same platforms where similar platforms were doing it for you now, but there's a difference in results, right? I guess the way to describe it is when you do simple stuff like detailing, I could hire you, I could hire someone else to detail my car. The result will be similar. Detailing is not that complex. It's not too complex. The business
Yeah.
just comes down to getting a bunch of appointments, upselling them, and hiring a team. The detailing is not that hard, right? Most guys do a good job. Let's go to something like surgery. I could go to this is going to sound random because I'm talking about surgery, but I could go to one surgeon and he could perform a surgery, and I go to another surgeon, he could perform the same surgery, wildly different results. Or I'm trying, like when you get into more complex stuff, two people who have the same position will get wildly different results because it's a much more complex thing. Like with detailing, I could hire a detailer and I could hire another detailer. I'll probably get a similar result. I'll get a clean car. I'll get the result I'm looking for. I could hire a surgeon to do a surgery. One will, like there's like small things make huge differences.
Yeah.
So it was a significant after the trial was a significant investment to continue working with us. Why did you commit to that? Why did you commit to work with us after the trial, even though it was a significant investment, when you had the options to try to go back to figuring something out yourself or possibly trying to work with cheaper options?
Yes, definitely have to look in the free trial. I made a lot of money back just from the free trial. And looking at it from the long term run in the business, it was 100% worth it. There's no real reason why wouldn't be worth it. And just just the results were just insane after just 5 days of just a free trial. And that was barely the services that you guys offered. It was just a tiny bit of services, and I really liked it. And I just like talking to you and just the communication that you guys have, and it's just amazing. Just everything you guys gave me trust, everything. There was nothing really that gave me much of an issue.
Awesome. How long did it take you to make your investment back last one?
Around like a week and a half.
It was a significant investment you committed to, and you made that back in a week and a half.
Yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks, around there.
What would you say to people who are on the trial and they hear the amount it is? They're like, "Wow, that's a lot of money. I could probably do it myself, or I could do this." What, as someone who's we're off the trial just a weekend, what would you say to them?
Just
Help them.
definitely look at the numbers and look at the long term. And if you look at it from that perspective, you'll definitely see it's worth it.
Did you feel
100%.
some did you feel some emotion on possibly even though you got good results on the trial continuing after it? We had a long call on that, but what did you feel some emotion like thinking about it, and what was what kept what would you say to someone who's also feeling those emotions?
You'll definitely feel some emotions. It's a big amount of money, yeah. Um, but it, you got to definitely look at the long run, and then those emotions will go away. And then after you do it, you'll definitely feel a lot better, and you'll see it's really good.
Awesome, man. Cool. I appreciate you